Hi everybody, time to do Cali Co number 5. Yay, May. Okay, so first things first. Go to the Cory Yoder website and excuse the shaking of the camera. Okay, here we go. Come on, kids. Here we are. Here we are. Let's see now. Cali Co. First thing you do, you go to Cory Yoder Quilts and you print off the instructions, and then from your stash, and you have all these pieces already pre-cut, right? Like I've got enough of the 3-inch, 4-inch by 4-inch squares to do the whole project. Enough of the little 2.5 by 2.5. Then we have 3-inch. And the corners, and you know, we've got it all cut out ready. So hope you did that too. And then from the background fabric are of course the white ones. And let's see it. Guess we need to have some 3x3 whites too. I'll have to cut those, darn it. But we'll get them. And so we have picked out for first of all the 4 3-inch squares. I picked out these 4 little strawberries, the mice, the red flower, and the green flower. And then for the 12, 2.5 by 2.5, I just picked out a selection of the greens and oranges. And then I put some of the darker orange tangerine color, and then 2 blues. So it's just more of the same, but it's a nice grouping. And then rectangles, the flowered rectangles. And here's the other 2 down here. My dogs were knocking them off the table, so they got exiled to the yard. So we got our borders. And of course we have the little white ones. And then we have 4 very large. These are the corners. So a green flower, blue flower, pink flower, and red cherries. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these, cut them, sew them, whatever, and then assemble it so you can see what it's going to look like, and then we'll finish it. Okay, thanks. Hang on there. We'll be right back. Okay, so this is the design that I picked. I picked the navy blue, little green and tangerine, and I don't know, I sort of followed the directions on the color sequencing they put in there, schematics, you know. You can all get this free on the internet, so you can look at mine. And then I'm going to sew them together. And then we're going to put on these borders, and then we put on the corners. I mean, this month is really simple. I don't even think I can make a mistake on it. We'll cross my fingers. Okay, I'll sew these together, and then we'll look at it when it's all done, okay? Hi. Okay. We have finished it. It was really straightforward. We did the center, and I showed you how I had it laid out, and then we sewed them together. Then we put the little white borders on, then we put the colored borders on, and then we put the ears on. And those are those 4x4 that we put on the edges, the ears of all of them. So this is block number 5, and again we have 4 unusual little corners that are going to be turned into something in the future. And these are supposed to be trimmed down to 3.5 by 3.5, so I'll get to do that. And then we also had 4 additional half square triangles in the 2.5-inch size category. Because these are the 4 that were used in the center, the 4 that come together in the middle. So there's 4 additional. So we just put those in our savings bank here. And boy, do we have some goodies in there. We have some half square triangles. And do I have all of, I think I've kept those unusual ones over here. Yes, keeping those all separate. All the ones that look like these, that are corners. I wonder if we're going to use a border made out of these, because there's plenty of them. What do you think of that? I'll bet you we're using them in the border. Well, that'd be a good use for them, don't you think? Okay, that's block number 5. And if you didn't get to see the instructions, there's the instructions. But just go to the Coriander Quilt site or the YouTube, but primarily you go to the corianderquilting.com, I think it is. And then there's a big red banner that says Cali Co Block 5. Download here. I mean, it's hard to miss. So you just press the button as long as you have a printer connected. And I'm keeping those, you know, I'm keeping them in a little folder I've shown you before. And so it's just getting a little bit thicker, but I'm going to have a nice pattern when we're all done, huh? And it's fun because it's easy. And I think it would be a great way to use up scraps in the future too. I think it would be I think it's going to turn out to be like a really pretty, springy, feminine-y looking quilt. Don't you think? And then our next one, this is May 17, so our next one is June 21. So mark your calendars, June 21 for the next Cali Co Block number 6. Have a great day. Bye-bye.